here's why the 5 a.m. morning get up is pretty much false. I always used to think I needed to be waking up at sort of 4:30 or 5 to get stuff done. If you're probably watching this, most of the guys watching this will have a family, kids, so you probably know what I mean by this. And it's not actually possible, right? Because before I had kids, little backstory, if you're quite new to sort of my channel or the podcast, 4 years ago, obviously didn't have kids. Now I've got a little girl, she's 4, and I've got a little baby, Dominic, he's 10 months old. So before, obviously, this all happened, I used to get up at 4 a.m. That's what I thought you had to do to build a business, be motivated, maybe go to the gym. But as you know, as a family man, you can't really do that, and I'll explain why in a minute. I'll explain why you don't need to. So before I had the kids, obviously, to get up early, get my stuff done, that's what needed to be done. So fast forward, when Harper was born, I could still probably do that, but now I have 2 kids. It's pretty hard because you probably can relate to this. So Harper comes into my room right at night, so she pretty much sleeps in our bed. If I get up at 4 and go downstairs and try and do something, she might come down at 4:30 or 5, because she wakes up and I'm not there. Now, if she does that, then she wakes up Sandra, my wife, and she wakes up the baby, and then the whole house lets loose, right? Then everybody's woken up. It's probably the shittest start to the day, and obviously don't want to do that. The morning needs to be calm, needs to be relaxed. So I can't do that no more. What I pretty much have to do is I work later now. So instead of waking up at like sort of 4 a.m., I actually go to bed at 12, which I never thought you could do. I was like, you can't. You've got to be an early morning person. You've got to get up at 4, you've got to get up at 5. That's what people do. I've not got into the ice bathing yet. That's a bit of a fad. But now what I've done, I've had to flip my sort of times around, because this is realistic for a family man, right? So I go to bed at sort of 12, and I actually work a little bit later at night, because this is what you have to do. Okay, you have to sort of shift your time pattern. So I'll go to bed at sort of 11, 12 now, and then I'll lay in till 6 a.m. Because if I lay in at 6 a.m., Harper stays asleep, baby stays asleep, Sandra stays asleep. Happy family, happy morning, right? So now what I've had to do is go to bed later and start getting up a little bit later as well, right? And it doesn't make any difference. In fact, I actually quite like it, because when everyone's in bed, kids go to bed about 7:30, depending, and then I've pretty much got 3 hours where it's quiet. Obviously, spend a bit of time with Sandra. We might watch something. And then I've got that sort of couple of hours where it's very quiet in the office, and it's just the same as waking up at 4 a.m. and working for a few hours in peace, which I used to love doing. So now I've actually sort of like to switch my time in. It actually works out okay. So when you see people say, this is including me, you've got to get up at 4, testosterone's high in the morning, productivity's high in the morning, it's quiet, it's the best start to the day, do your biggest task first. That's pretty much out the window for me now. It's literally get up, straight into battle, go in, get Dominic, feed him, Harper needs breakfast, kids need breakfast, sit down, have breakfast. Who knows? They might cry, they might moan, play with them, which I wouldn't change for the world, right? It's just a total different shift. I love it. And then take Harper to school. So my mornings are literally turned upside down now, in a good way, but it's just different. So that morning thing is out the window. But I think once I get back to, probably the kids both go to school, I would probably start doing that again when they lay in, because I do prefer getting up early in the morning. Harper's going to big school in about 6 months, so she'll have to be at school at 7:30. Dominic's obviously only 10 months, so he's got a fair few years. So I'll probably be doing this now for the next maybe 3-4 years. I don't see any issue with that, as long as you're getting your stuff done, you're getting your tasks done, and you're just sort of flipping around that time. So if you're seeing on the internet people saying, oh, you'll get up at 4:35, I don't really see the issue of it, as long as it fits around your sort of schedule and things like that. So that's how I've sort of shifted my mornings, and I'm still productive. If anything, still get everything done, still train in the daytime. It's literally no difference. And I know people what do this and they get up at 8 a.m. and they work till 12. Really successful people, actually. So that morning 5 a.m. it's a bit of a myth, just whatever fits around your time. Now, if you're a family man, getting up at 4 a.m. to do work, as you probably know, it's probably not going to work out unless your kids lie until sort of 7, which mine don't right now. It's really not going to work out. So that's just my sort of view on the morning routine. And again, don't worry. Do what is comfortable for you and, as a family, what you sort of got to do. Everybody's different. Everybody's got a different structure. That's what's working for me right now, and you just got to adapt. It did stress me out at the start. I was like, this is not going to work. It's really getting anxious about it. But it's all good. It's all good. You just got to find what works for you. But yeah, I hope that helped. Give you a little bit of realization of what to do. But tune in, guys. This is just a quick little episode today. Obviously not interviewed anyone today. If you're on YouTube, go subscribe. If you're on podcast, again, subscribe, drop a comment below. What you'll do on both the show notes in the description is go below and you'll find our case study program. Okay, go below there, click on it, and you can literally download it. It's a giveaway sort of program that we do. It's nutrition, training, and it really help you kickstart your journey if you want to lose 10 kilos, 5, 20. Download it, it's all free, and I really hope it helps. Take care.